Community grieves the 3 victims lost in a warehouse shooting Friday in Springfield. Now community members have set up a tribute to the victims outside the building where that tragedy happened. WAD's Chris Carter live from the memorial now. Chris?
Well, Sean, there are several memorials growing here at Bunn-O-Matic, just where that shooting happened on Friday. One of them here behind me. This is the largest memorial. There are flowers, there are cans of beer, which is one of the victims' favorite beers, and there are cards with memories of the victims. I want to show you one of the victims. This is Bill Gibbons. Bill loved fishing. He died in the workplace shooting on Friday. He died at the scene. He was found inside the building. His family and friends tell me that he was a family man who would do anything for anyone. He was actually trying to rush a woman out of the building when he was shot and killed. We're also getting our first look at Christopher Miller. He was another victim who was shot and killed on Friday. He was also found inside the building. He loved his family, I'm told. He was recently engaged to the love of his life. They lived together. He also was someone who is described as quiet, but was willing to do anything for anyone. And then Marcia Strumpfer, she was found outside the building. She was shot multiple times, according to the coroner here. Also described as someone who loved their family. I talked to a family member here earlier at the memorial of Marcia's that was just taking in this memorial. Very emotional, could not get through the tears. Didn't want to speak to us on camera, but did say that they are heartbroken by what happened here last Friday. Said that they can't believe that their loved one is gone. Obviously a very tragic situation for everyone involved. We do know that according to Bunn-O-Matic officials that they are offering grief counseling to employees. We don't know if the employees have officially returned to work tonight. The parking lot is fairly empty. We do know, though, that the HR team is meeting with employees to discuss returning to work, when they want to return to work, and how they can get that grief counseling. Reporting live in Springfield tonight, Chris Carter, WAND News.
Remembering lives lost. Tonight, employees and family and community members gathered to remember those who died Friday at the Bunn-O-Matic in Springfield during a workplace shooting.
Good evening, everyone. WAD's Chris Carter joins us live from Bunn, where the second vigil this evening was held. Chris?
Well, Sean and Don, a very somber night here in Springfield tonight. Those candles left over from the vigil now set at the growing memorial here at Bunn. Dozens turned out for 2 different vigils tonight. One at Centennial Park on the west side of Springfield, and then the second here at Bunn-O-Matic, where that shooting took place last Friday. All of those people who turned out did so to honor the 3 victims. Christopher Miller, the youngest victim at just 25 years old. 61-year-old Bill Gibbons, 54-year-old Marcia Strumpfer. For the first time tonight, we heard from Marcia's husband, who spoke at the vigil here.
She was a dedicated Bunn employee. She told me more than once that she loved her job, and she loved the people that she worked with. Many of them, I don't have their names in mind. She loved working here. Words cannot express what I feel.
Now, those who gathered with Marcia's husband outside of the warehouse where the 3 died held up candles. They shared the memories of their loved ones. They also found comfort in hearing each other's story. They are all asking for time in this grieving process. Also, a very poignant moment tonight as members of the Springfield Police Command staff were in attendance at the vigil here at the warehouse. They all stood with the families to remember Marcia, to remember Bill, and to remember Chris. They vowed to the families to not only figure out what happened, but also to try and find out why. Across town at Centennial Park, 3 candles were lit in honor of the 3 victims as dozens turned out for that candlelight vigil. Some of them shared what their loved ones meant to them, each of those victims being remembered for their personalities. Marcia described as a firecracker. Christopher was described as a big teddy bear, and Billy was a jokester. The organizer of the event said tonight was about coming together and showing support for the victims' families.
I think it speaks volumes that Springfield is a city of love. We're a city that supports each other. And we are a city that we show up. And that's the most beautiful thing out of everything, is like these people just showing up. I couldn't have asked for a better turnout.
Now, funeral services for Christopher and Marcia have not been announced. A visitation for Bill will take place from 4 to 7 here in Springfield tomorrow. Reporting live in Springfield, Chris Carter, WAND News.